Yo, yo. Waiting for Reg to get in here and shit. We could talk about this Wham album right here. 1984 album, Make It Big. Yo, Reg, if you get in here, I'll send you the links and whenever you come in here. Yeah, man. That ain't rap. You know what we do over here. Shout out to Big Mike, Speak Your Clout, Ricardo, Immobility, Ross Hartley. Yeah, man. Waiting for Reg to get in here and shit. Yeah. Reg coming in here real soon, couple minutes. We can start this shit off. I just want people to know thanks for supporting my channel. You know, I'm gonna be discussing different things on my channel, not just hip hop, but other genres of music and film and stuff. That's why I call it That Ain't Rap, because it's not just about rap. Yo, Reg, I'm sending the links, thing. What up, Christian? How you doing, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for supporting the channel. Yo, Christian, you want to be a moderator, son? I'll make you a moderator. So, any bitch ass niggas coming here, you just boot them out. You gotta look out for the haters and shit. I'll make Reg a moderator too.
What's up?
What up, Reg?
How you
What's
doing?
good? Chilling.
That's what's
Oh
up.
shit, man. Hold on. Oh shit, my camera ain't on. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Good.
Y'all go. What's good with you?
Nothing much, man. Got the place to myself for the night, I guess.
Dope. I got the
Yeah.
place to myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is a great time right now. So,
Exactly.
you know.
My
Or
favorite
yeah, like
holiday.
I was telling my bad. I was telling Kristen like yo, I love doing these episodes and discussing other shit than just rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people, it's not just about rap. You know,
Exactly.
so why not? And I don't see nobody else talking about it, so why not us?
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's why I
Mm,
was that's why I posted that post on Instagram earlier,
mm,
like saying like Mariah Carey's Glitter is definitely one of her most slept on albums.
yeah,
Because I told you I was thinking about doing a breakdown of her discography sometime
yeah.
next week.
When do you want to do that? The Mariah Carey discography.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely let you know because I know next week I got the Marley Marl reviews. I know I
Mm-hmm.
got Good Times review with Mike. So if we do that, it will maybe either be Thursday or Friday.
Okay, cool. Next week, next Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I'll let you know by Sunday.
Word. Yeah, cause I gotta hear Charm Bracelet. I never heard Charm Bracelet. I heard that was everybody kept telling me it was a whack album.
I
And
gotta I gotta re-listen to that to be honest. I
I
didn't.
think she had a song with Cameron on there, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah,
I gotta hear that one. And what's the other one? There's another album. Oh, Glitter. I gotta re-listen to Glitter. Cause I heard Glitter like back when it came out, but I haven't heard it since then.
yeah,
And Music Box. I gotta listen to that again. But all the others, I know the Daydream and Honey. I got not Honey, Butterfly and the first album. I got that and I know all the other ones, but I gotta hear Charm Bracelet and Daydream. So.
yeah. I remember when I first heard Charm Bracelet, I didn't
Mm,
like it like that because it was just too many. I don't know. I guess it didn't really hit me like that, but
mm,
I heard Glitter earlier this year.
right.
My homeboy put me on that. I fucked with that shit
Mm,
hard though.
right. I got it. I got yeah. Good. I heard. I don't know. I heard people. I heard Ricardo saying that it was a dope album.
It was
I gotta check that.
way doper than that fucking Charm Bracelet.
Oh
And
god.
to be honest, I might get some flack for this, but I
Mm,
felt like Music Box was kind of pop orientated, way pop orientated. But I gotta
right.
re-listen to that shit.
That was before she broke free from Tommy Mottola
Yeah.
and she started doing like the hip hop remixes. So I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, that's how pop sounded. You know.
True. But we gonna talk about all that shit, the
Oh yeah.
breakdown.
Oh yeah. No
Cause
doubt.
if we do it, let's do it up
Mm,
to Emancipation of Mimi.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that was her last like solid album to me. Emancipation of Mimi.
I liked E equals MC squared.
That was dope too. That was underrated. But
Yeah.
I think like Emancipation, that was like she had like her last like big hits on it, like Shake It Off and It's Like That and We Belong Together.
Stay the Night is my shit.
Yeah,
Fly Like a
yeah,
Bird. Oh my God.
yeah.
That
That
has
was a that
some
was
of,
a great album.
yeah, that has some of Jermaine Dupri's best shit. And I'm not even the biggest Jermaine Dupri fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great album though. Yeah, definitely gotta talk about Mariah. Mariah's a diva, a legend. Definitely love her early albums. I want to say,
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm?
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna ask you, there's a possibility I might do a review on Earth when Fire is raised though. If I do, would you like to join?
Yeah, definitely if I got that album. I know I got a couple of Earth, Wind and Fire albums around here. I got to like, what's the name of it?
Raise.
Raise.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
All right. Tristan said he saw an image of Tretch on the cover of Vibe. What magazine was it? Vibe magazine is still around? Or is that like an old issue of Kristen?
Oh shit, you said Tretch?
Yeah, I don't know that one. I think that must be an old issue. I don't think Vibe magazine is still in publication.
I think it is somewhere.
It
I
is.
don't know for sure,
Oh
but
shit! Wow.
Hey, if the
I
source,
stopped just reading Vibe magazine. Like I think the year Obama became president because they had like a special presidential like issue with Obama. That was like the last time I read Vibe.
yeah.
Yeah,
All I know, if the source is in print, then Vibe is in print. That's all I say.
that's crazy.
True. But yeah, did you see?
I wish they would go back to that. I wish like we would get like the Source magazines and Vibe issues again. Like you know,
Yeah, like hip hop needs.
that's where we got our information on like albums coming out and singles and stuff like that before the internet.
Yeah, now it's like social media and shit. Hip hop needs like that hip hop Bible
Right.
and shit. Cause
Yeah,
I be
man.
reading them old source excerpts and shit.
Hmm.
I be loving reading them shits, like the makings of
Those
the album.
those were classic, man, and they had classic photos to in a lot of those magazines too.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, dope review on Hell on Earth though.
Thanks, man. That was fun. It was early in the morning and it was just great. Like the chemistry was just there, man. Like we had fun doing that.
Yeah,
You know.
I know. I made a comment though
Mm,
about the drop of gem on them.
yeah.
I'm a Tupac fan. You guys
Right.
know I love Tupac, but I
Love
gotta call
Tupac.
a spade a spade.
Uh-huh.
Him saying that shit about sickle cell is no different than Kanye saying that shit about slavery.
Right.
And I know people gonna be like, "What?" I know all them Tupac dick riders gonna come at me, but
Mm,
I had to agree with Steven because the same way slavery is sensitive with the black community, is sickle
mm,
cell as well and shit.
yeah. I agree.
And and I'm thinking about that shit too, because wasn't he cool with TLC at that time and shit or some shit?
Tupac?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't like yo, I've heard like I said, like I've heard like unreleased Machiavelli songs where he was like dissing the Brat and dissing the Fugees. I'm like, when the hell did he have beef with the Fugees? When did he have beef with Jermaine Dupri and that? So I don't know. I don't know who he knew like that.
Well, I know about the beef with the Fugees was because I think Wycliffe and Lauryn Hill was talking shit about the East Coast West Coast beef,
Mhm.
and I think Tupac caught some feelings from that shit.
But they wasn't even like 96 is when they just like really blew up with the score. They wasn't even like before then. I mean, they had the Nappy Head song, but it's not like they were blown up. You know what I'm saying? For them to be like even including themselves in the East Coast West Coast beef like that.
Same thing with like Exhibit, even though he wasn't part of East Coast West Coast beef, he had beef
Right.
with one of the members from the Outlaws from that paparazzi song and shit.
I didn't even know
Yeah. Cause I know them they dissed Exhibit in that bomb first song, talking about the nigga that made that song paparazzi. If
that.
you're not doing it for the fame, why the fuck you rapping in the first place? Some shit like that.
Oh yes, I did. I did hear that.
I'm just like, so you basically just doing it for the money too. That's what you're saying.
Right.
So that's
And
yeah.
I love Tupac. Tupac and Nas is like on number one, tied for number one on my all time, list. But I feel like Pac, like when he got out of jail and went to death row, like he was wilding out on a lot of people that I just didn't understand it. I'm like, well, LL Cool J, you got beef with him, you got beef with the Fugees and the Brad, and I just felt like Pac was just enraged. He was mad, and a lot of people like I said like before, like New York, nobody wanted to battle him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was only Mobb Deep that went at him. Nobody like Jay-Z and go at him, Biggie and go at him. Because at that time Puffy was, if it was up to Big, he would have made like a ton of diss songs against Pac. But Puffy being about all his money, he decided not to go that route. And I still believe Puffy has something to do with Pac's killing. And it just was like nobody here wanted to go at him. It was like everybody was scared, and Mobb Deep stepped up to the plate, and they did that song, and they let niggas know like yo, like you got to rep for New York, man. You got to rep for the East Coast because nobody else is doing it.
You heard of the MC called named King Son?
Yes.
Um, I know he dropped this one song where he kind of threw some shots at Pac though.
Mm.
What's this shit called? Hold on. But I don't know if it was like a legit diss track, but he had some interesting words to say about Tupac in his song and shit.
Mm.
Talking about how you from New York, but you talking shit about East Coast and shit. Like, I'm gonna send it to you once I find it.
Yeah. I just felt like you know uh he gave the East Coast a lot of hell, and it was time to strike back. And not only did Mobb Deep answer him, but so did CNN. Like the LA song on the War Report.
Yeah,
People forget that like CNN being connected with Mobb Deep and Infamous Mob, like they went at Pac, and they were the only ones to go at him. Everybody else was scared.
and you know who was a motherfucker that told him to do that shit?
Mm.
Trash.
Really? Oh, tragedy. Okay.
Yeah, he was a nigga that was told him to do that whole LA shit.
Yeah, and rightfully so. It's like they like when Dog Pound made that New York video here, they did that video in Brooklyn, and they got shot at on the video set, and um New York was pissed like to see that video and to see like Snoop Dogg kicking down the buildings and shit. Like we wasn't having it, and that's why Mob and CNN end up responding to Pac and the whole West Coast, and it was only right. I wish Jay-Z had said something. I wish Nas had said something, back then, and they wasn't a part of it. But even though now they want to mention that shit, but they was never a part of that because they never made no songs against them.
Low-key though, watching that New York video now, Snoop looks
Mhm.
like one of them ghetto chicks that's trying to fight for no reason sometimes. Or some of
Oh, with the
those
straight hair and shit, the perm hair.
yeah, looking like one of them ghetto chicks that's trying to fight for no reason and shit.
Um, Christian asked about did we hear about the Blaze magazine? I heard about Blaze magazine. I
Yeah,
didn't read it that much though.
I know Blaze did a list of top 100 hip hop albums I read one time. No,
That
rapper.
I didn't even see the list. When was that? Like back in the 90s?
98 top 50
Oh
rapper.
shit, I gotta check that list. I never saw it.
Yeah, if I see it, I'll send it to you.
They used to do. I think they used to do like little like shows here and there. Like they had like the Blaze freestyle battle and shit. That was from them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember like seeing that shit back in the day. That was my magazines. It was like the Source, the Vibe. Once in the blue, I would read a Rolling Stone magazine or Billboard magazine to look at the sound scan to see who was like charting on the charts or what hip hop albums was on the charts and shit. But
right.
after the like double X after like the double XL era, I stopped reading magazines. So I can't tell you the last time I read a magazine.
I feel you though.
You know,
You want to start
definitely.
this review about 5 minutes?
Huh?
You want to start the review about 5 minutes?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. But yeah, I also want to give my condolences to Kim Porter and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was sad, man. Sad to see. You never want like hear about want to hear about like somebody's mom passing like so close to the holidays like that.
right.
I got her confused. I thought she was the mother of Justin, but she's the mother of Kristen. It's
Either,
Kristen, right? Or is it
either
Quincy?
I don't know. All I know,
Yeah, it's the one that's rapping now, the one that calls himself King Combs.
I think
Yeah,
Christian, that's his name.
yeah, Kristen. Yeah, that's his mom and shit. The Misa is the mother of Justin.
True, true.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Rest in peace to her.
Yeah, they're making some theory that she was about to put out a book and shit, exposing like a lot of people. That's why they haven't figured out why she died or some shit.
They starting with that a whole Illuminati theory and shit.
Who knows, man? They said that Puffy
Yeah,
has something to do with the death or some shit, man. Who knows?
Puffy have a lot. Puffy have a lot to do with people's deaths. So I've been saying this since '96. I always felt like he was involved some way with Pac and Biggie's murder. So I wouldn't be surprised, though.
They said that she was about to expose his bisexuality, from what I read.
That I would not be surprised. I'm pretty sure the rumors already started for that shit.
For real.
And it's like they had rumors like that for Whitney when she died, and for when Jennifer Hudson's parents got killed, that they all were a part of the Illuminati. So who knows?
Man, they even had rumors about Aretha Franklin's death or some
Mm,
shit.
that's crazy. I can't imagine Aretha Franklin being associated with the Illuminati.
I can imagine half these artists being associated with that shit. Like niggas don't even know what that shit is. They just don't see the word Illuminati. Somebody
Right.
dies or some shit. They automatically
Exactly.
put two and two together.
And supposedly, like, if you're associated with it, you're not supposed to even mention it. So it's like if they're
Right,
coming out and mentioning it, that of course something's gonna happen.
right. Like they weren't saying all this shit when Mobb Deep and Onyx were talking about this shit back in the 90s. So why talk
Right.
about this shit now?
But even when Prodigy died, they were mentioning that, oh, it was Illuminati that killed him and all this shit, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're talking about how he choked on the egg or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's a freakish way to go, yo. I still can't believe he died from an egg.
He did it. I don't think so. I think they're just saying that shit just to be
Yeah,
respectful, like
yeah,
that Lakey motherfucker.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Crazy, man.
By the way, I'm uploading a pre-recorded review right now as we speak about Aretha Franklin's "Let Me in Your Life."
Oh, dope, dope. I gotta check that.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh man.
we can start now if you want.
Yeah. Okay. We talking about the pop group from London, Wham, George Michael, rest in peace, George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. They formed in 1981 in London. On Columbia Records, Make It Big, the first album.
Right.
Uh, Everybody knows the iconic song "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go." "Careless Whisper," that was a great ballad that's on that album. They won a couple of Brit Awards in '85 and '86, and they won a American Music Award in '86 for best pop rock duo or group. And yeah, I for me, like, the first time I listened to them was in the '80s when they came out with the video for "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go" on MTV.
Yeah.
I thought it like kind of cheesy at first, and I thought it was gonna be like some one hit wonders,
Mm-hmm.
but they it can end up coming out with like other singles or whatever. But after right after that, that's when George Michael went solo and he became like a big legendary pop star.
Exactly.
You know, and I wanted to talk about this album because again, like nobody talks about these artists and who better to cover it than us,
Right.
So I never listened. I had the album like in the vinyl collection for forever and never listened to like the whole album until now. So definitely enjoyed listening to it. It's 8 songs. The production was all done by George Michael and he wrote all the songs except for Careless Whisper, where that was him and Andrew that wrote it together. You know.
Yeah. And
Yeah. What about you? When was the first time you heard Wham?
I heard one Wham because like my sister used to love this song. That song "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go" and shit, and it definitely had like a '50s Motownish feel to it. I was just caught on by that shit.
Yeah.
But the song that really made me a fan of Wham was that "Careless Whisper." Um, what was that? 'Cause I saw him perform it at the Motown Returns to the Apollo,
Yeah.
and I think he performed it with Smokey Robinson. I was just
Right.
saying, damn, I thought this nigga was black for a second, but well, not black. I thought he was mixed with something, but
Right.
then the album I really became a fan was the Faith album.
Oh yeah, man, that's a classic.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and so I just went back to the Wham shit.
hmm
And
I,
one thing we kind of made a mistake on. This is actually their second album.
oh,
Actually,
second album. Okay, my bad.
yeah, you good. I thought it was their first album too. You good.
Yeah.
I always thought it was their first album.
So did I. Wow.
Yeah, the first album is called Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know that one. What songs were off of that one?
Bad Boys, Club Tropicana.
Mm,
Yeah, I didn't really like this one like that. It was a bit too
man.
eh.
Yeah. I don't know none of those songs on there.
Yeah, no one really remembers that album.
Right.
They think this is his first album, but
Was they signed to Columbia then, or they just signed to Columbia when Make It Big came out?
um they were signed to Columbia but owned by Innovision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Did not know that.
Cause like when they did Make It Big, they signed into the UK division of Epic Records, and that
Right.
brought them more popularity and shit.
Right. Right. Yeah, and then like the '80s got a lot of like bands and artists from London that were real big. Tears for Fears and all that, and Wham and shit.
Yeah, like
Duran Duran.
yeah, people call that the second British invasion and shit.
Yeah, the '80s music is so underrated, man. People forget about '80s music. You know. especially like when we talk about like when it comes to rap, it's like it's always about the golden era, which is the '90s. But I think people forget the '80s. Like a lot of great music came from that era too.
Exactly.
You know, and I never see nobody like talk about '80s music like that. I'm like, well, shit, I gotta talk about the '80s music because I was from that era too. So you know,
True.
um,
Um,
yeah,
and one more thing about this album.
mm,
This was the album where they actually got full creative control over the music and shit.
that would explain why George Michael did like all the production on the album.
Yeah,
Yeah, great production from him.
very great. I'm ready when you are, bro.
Yeah, okay. No, track one, side one, Wake Me Up. Iconic song. That was the hit single off of here. Well, one of the hits. That was like the song that introduced me to them.
Right.
I thought it was even now, like listening to this song, I think it's still poppy and cheesy, but every time I hear it, it always brings me back to like that '80s era.
Exactly.
Like watching the video for the first time on MTV. And it just has that '80s feel and everybody knows the chorus. Wake me up before you go. All that.
Yeah.
You know, George sings "You Left Me Sleeping." I was dreaming, what is it? But I should have been with you instead. And it sounds like he's like talking about like a lover or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I just it's an iconic song. Everybody should know this song, man. Like it's a cheesy poppy song, but I still like it. You know.
Yeah, man. Like, with this song, I always felt like it was just the perfect pop song.
Right.
Didn't take itself too seriously
Right.
and shit. And another thing I want to mention about the '80s, especially like the
Mhm.
mid '80s,
Yeah.
you can really tell that the mid '80s, a lot of people were kind of going back to like '50s style, with the whole yuppies
Right.
and shit like that. They were wearing like the sweater vest.
Yeah.
Prime example, what was that one '80s album? Like, Cyndi Lauper definitely
Yes.
had like a '50s style in its music and shit like that.
Right. Right.
And I felt like Wham was like one of the first cats to really bring the '50s back. Oh, Sheena
Mm-hmm.
Easton too.
Jimmy Easton. Yeah.
Yes. Morning Train, 9 to
Yeah.
5. I love that song.
Dope song.
Yo, we definitely gotta talk about her sometime, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, for sure. She slept on too. I think she slept on artists.
I'm gonna say this
You know.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
If there was no Sheena Easton or Debbie Harry, there would be no
Mm-hmm.
Madonna. I'm sorry about that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I never heard nobody say that before.
Shit, you never met no one like me though.
Interesting. I like the stuff she did with that Sheena Easton did with Prince.
Oh yeah. Right.
Like
You got the
classic
look.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and yeah, she definitely slept on artists.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I love "Wake Me Up Before You Go." That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, great song. Like I said, like it still sounds cheesy to this day, but it still takes me back to that era. You know, track two, everything she wants. Love this song, real up tempo dance track. I like the ad libs on here. I remember hearing this song, like I had like a mixtape on in my like when I used to like have Walkmans back in the '80s and
Mm-hmm.
I remember that song coming on, but I didn't know who it was by because I never like the only Wham song I knew was "Wake Me Up." So I remember hearing this song and I was like, "Yo, like I like this song," but I didn't know who it was by. And then when I heard the album again, I was like, "Oh, this is Wham." I didn't know that, but like this song definitely a dope dance song. The part where George sings, "Somebody tell me why I work so hard for you," and he's talking about like a girl having his baby, but that doesn't seem to be enough for her. Like she always wants more from him, and he's sick and tired of it. And I thought like that's a song anybody could relate to even now. And just a real dope dance song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. That fucking beat, everything
yeah,
she wants. Whew, Jesus
yeah.
Christ. That's a
Yo,
fucking nice song though. I love that song.
yeah. I wish they made a video for it. I don't think they have a video for this song.
They did.
Oh, they did. Oh, I got to check. Yo, Mike is in the house. What up, Mike?
Yeah, what up, Mike? Big Mike in the
I ain't even see
building.
it. He said the first straight man to review this album. Mike, you know we don't go by sexuality on here and shit.
Yeah,
I
man.
love Frank Ocean and he's gay, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, I like Luther Vandross and he's gay
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Well, Luther was a flaming fag. You know what I'm saying? So let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude was into crystals and shit. You know, I remember seeing him on Oprah, and he was like showing Oprah his crystal collection in his house and all that. You know, my mom was a big Luther Vandross fan. You know what I'm saying? So you know, but Mike got jokes. Yeah, great dance song though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I had something else to say about this song. I believe that with this song,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's really true though, but it was supposed to be Last Christmas on this album, but they replaced it with this song, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
okay.
Which Last Christmas, that's a dope song too. I love
I
that
never
song.
heard that one.
Oh, you never heard it?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Mike got jokes.
What you say now?
He's talking about he's like this is extra gay.
Stop.
We just doing different shit on here, man. That's all, man.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I'm
Like
saying? We do our hip hop and then we do other genres. That's how we doing it, right? You know,
it's either
ain't nobody else doing it. So,
either this or Justin Timberlake though.
oh God, I actually want to do Justin Timberlake at some point.
Oh, you do?
I know Mike can't stand him, but I think see I never listened to Justin when he was in sync. I listened to Justin the minute he went solo. I think he's like a great solo artist, but I know a lot of people don't like him over the years because of his beef with Prince or whatever.
I don't like him because he left Janet under the rain and shit. That's why I don't like
Right.
him. As.
Right. I know that's another thing. That people got turned off by him for that too.
But I don't want bad publicity and shit.
Right.
Fuck,
But
nigga.
I think he has some dope albums and you know you could thank Timberland and Pharrell for that. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be listening to him. You
All
know?
I'm just saying was with Justin Timberlake, this nigga went partying with the black folks, but then when he got
Mhm.
into black folks' troubles, he tried to secure
Right.
himself by leaving
Right.
the black folks alone for a little bit and coming to them every time they need him. And then people always be like, "Oh, he's the one that truest R&B cat." I'm like, what?
Yeah. I feel you on that.
So you telling me that cats like Dwale,
Mhm.
cats like Anthony Hamilton ain't bringing back R&B or
Right.
have been holding down for years, but this
Right.
nigga makes a damn song about a suit and tie and shit, and all of a sudden
Mhm.
R&B circle wants to buy his shit. Like, get the fuck out of
See,
here.
I don't look at Justin as an R&B artist. I look at him as a pop artist that's working with R&B producers. I think that's how he got his fame solo wise, like working with Timbaland and Pharrell. They mainly known for like R&B, but I never looked at him like as an R&B artist to me.
Yeah, I saw him as just pop. People kind of be
Right,
like, oh, he's R&B and soul. I'm
right,
just like, well, if he's R&B and soul, so is Janae Monáe then.
right,
So is Lenny Kravitz. He's a
right,
hybrid.
right. He's an R&B artist. He's a pop artist that crossed over into R&B, but I never looked at him like he's better than Dwale or Case and none of them cats.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, let's get back to this review.
Yeah.
That was a cracker and
Well,
shit.
so yeah, everything she wants. That's like a 80s pop like version of like Gold Digger, like the Kanye West song,
Oh yeah.
and that's basically what George is like talking about. Like like he breaks his neck for this chick, and she doesn't appreciate it, and she wants more than what she has from him, and he's sick and tired of it, and that's the message I got from the song. But a great dance track. Love the production on that. That definitely one of my favorites on the album.
Oh yeah.
Um, track three. That's all you think. That's how you feel about everything she wants. That's it.
Yeah. Love the song, bro.
Track three. Heartbeat. Nice ballad. The guitars and the piano. It sounds like a song like from the 50s, like a 50s rock song.
Yeah.
You know, the part where George is singing about if we were meant for each other, then why don't you answer me? I was happy with the kisses she gave me, but now there's not there's, but now there's nothing to save me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
nice ballad. It has that 50s rock sound to it. Yeah,
Yeah. Was that all you had to say?
yeah,
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't really like the song like that.
right,
I don't know. I just felt it was a bit too sappy though. And I don't mind like sappy ballads or some shit like that, but
right.
at least have a little swing to it or some shit. Like
I agree.
I don't want to feel your sadness unless you just literally trying to make me sad though. But
Right,
it's not bad, but it's not my cup of tea.
right.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
All right.
Track four, like a baby, a real melodic ballad, nice guitars, nice keyboards in it.
Right.
I like how like when I first heard the song, I thought it was an instrumental because like when the song starts off and it's like I think it takes like it goes into like a minute long like instrumental
Mm-hmm.
before like George actually comes in with his vocals.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like an instrumental song that he was like you just had put on the album, but I didn't like it's an actual song. But like when you first hear the song, it takes like at least like a minute before he actually starts to sing on it. But I love the production on this song. It's real lush, you know, a beautiful ballad, and he's singing about loving you was as good as gold, and then like after like the vocals are like fade out, like you hear like the instrumental again on the song.
Yeah.
I love the song. I definitely think it's a beautiful ballad on here. One of my favorites on here too.
Yeah, man. Like this, you can tell this song had George Michael's influence all over and shit.
Hmm.
Like you can see the Motown influence. Definitely love this song. It definitely has
Yeah.
that. It's a ballad,
Right.
but at the same time, it's not a sappy ballad.
Right. It has that quiet storm
Yeah,
like mood to it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's like the same with Careless Whisper. Like it has like that real quiet storm, like late night like vibe to it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, great song though.
Very good song. Track number 5, Freedom.
Yeah, side two. It's side two on the vinyl. It's yeah, Freedom,
Mm-hmm.
upbeat track. I like the drums on it, the pianos. You know, it sounds like maybe it's just me. It sounds like a song that the Four Tops could have done.
I can see that.
Like it's real soulful and it has like the nice ad libs from George as well.
Yeah.
I love the chorus where he's like, I don't want your freedom, I don't want to play around, and he's singing. He's like, you can judge me to hell and back just as long as we're together. And I thought that was a great song, and I think this was a single too, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
Yeah, I remember hearing this when I was little too, like hearing this on the radio and shit. But I never saw no video for it though, so I got if they have a video, I gotta check that. But definitely a nice way to start off side two.
Yeah. And just to let everybody know, this is not the version that everyone's used to.
Mm,
That was when she was a solo artist from the Listen
right,
Without Prejudice album.
right,
Um, like I said, this album this song right here, it's a cool song. Like definitely I
yeah,
agree with you about the Four Tops influence.
mm,
Another thing I want to say is just like with this album is really like a lot of I like the simplicity with this album and shit.
right,
Like, cause a lot of pop music like Duran Duran and some pop music at that time, they were trying to be like progressive with it.
right,
But this album, they kind of like brought it back to simple, let's have a good time kind of a deal and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, Freedom is definitely a dope song.
definitely. I know the song you're talking about, the Freedom song that was from the second solo album, right?
Yes.
What's it called? Listen Without Prejudice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope album too. That was slept on.
Very slow. I need to get my hands on that album. I think it's out
Yeah,
of print,
it's out. Yeah, it's out of print. Um,
surprisingly, but
it's out of print, but I think they have like a reissue button. It's like the reissue has like a bonus disc with it or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on Amazon. Um,
Yeah, blame his
uh,
label for that, but
huh?
Well, actually, they actually released it last year.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. Okay, good.
Yeah. Track was it track 6? If you were there, that that's an actual that's supposedly he sampled the Isley Brothers.
Either he sampled them or it was a cover. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, because like in the writing credits it says the Isley Brothers in it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
Nice up tempo track, the pianos, nice bass line, nice beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, George is singing. To um there's no reason to not have faith in me, because it's by your side, girl, that I long to be. And I thought it was a nice track. It's not like it wasn't like a highlight on the album, but I definitely thought it was a decent song on here.
I did too. Um, I do like this song too because the fact that it really progresses George's vocals as a forefront.
Hmm.
And a lot of people do sleep on him when it comes to singing. Like
Right.
he does not have the best verse. I mean, the best
Hmm.
voice,
Hmm.
but he can carry a note.
Oh yeah, he has a beautiful voice. I always felt like that. Like even when he went solo, like I'm like he's an underrated singer. He has a beautiful voice that people don't give him credit for.
Right.
What up, Lunchbox?
So lunch.
Yeah. Um.
Um.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Um. Track. What we have? Track 7. Credit Card Baby. Up tempo track. Nice horns. Nice beat. I didn't really care for the song. Like it was to me. It was just like deal and like album filler. But George sings you can have my credit card, baby, but keep your fingers off my heart. You know, like that's another song similar to like Everything She Wants, where he's like talking about like gold digging chicks and them wanting his credit cards and his money over his love and affection. I think we all could relate to that. You know, that's still like something that's relevant, even now. So
Yeah.
but it wasn't like one of my favorites, but I get the message on the song.
Yeah, this was the original Gold Digger song right here.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't letting no girl take my credit card and shit or my debit
Right.
card. Fuck that.
Exactly. They just want you for their money, but they don't care about your feelings and all that. So,
Exactly. Fuck
you
that
know.
shit. But like I share the same sentiments. I don't really care too much for this song like that.
Right. Then we get to the last song. Probably like the second biggest hit after "Wake Me Up" on this album, "Careless Whisper." Every great ballad. This I never got who was on the saxophone. Was it? It sounded like Kenny G. Was that Kenny G?
Hold on. It was actually they actually had two saxophone players, Steve
Okay.
Gregory and Dave Baptiste. Don't know which one did who.
Right. Well, I loved it. The saxophone really is the highlight of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And when it starts off with like again, it starts off as an instrumental, like building up to George's vocals.
Yeah.
And you can feel George's pain on the song. Like you can feel like his heartbreak on the song when he's singing about I'm never gonna dance again. It's easy to pretend. Yeah, and I love the chorus for it, and it's like that Quiet Storm song. Definitely, you
Mhm.
could slow dance to this song if you have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. You definitely could slow dance to this song. The keyboards, the guitars, the percussions on it. Great
Right.
instrumentation on the song. You know, I loved it. I remember the video, like watching the video when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely a timeless song. I think it's one of his best songs ever.
Exactly.
And
Like, mm,
he's singing like Tom can never mend, the careless whisper of a good friend, and having like having a friendship with that special someone, and things go sour.
right.
Definitely one of my favorites on here. I love this song, and I'm not really like big on ballads, but the way that George does it, it was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I share the same sentiments. This song right
yeah.
here is definitely a classic. His
Yes.
breakthrough song, if you ask me, as
Oh
a
yeah.
solo artist.
Right.
What else about this song? What else about this song? Yeah, man, like definitely the best song off this album and shit.
Hmm.
Definitely
Yeah,
nice way to end it off. Like can't say enough good things about it.
and like when you hear like a song like "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go" and it sounds so poppy and cheesy, and then you go from that to this song, it's like shit. He actually got talent,
Hmm.
not just on the vocal tip, but on the production side as well.
Oh yeah,
And I love it. I think this was like a underrated album for them. I would give this like out of 5 mics, I would give this like a 3.5 album rating.
sounds fair.
Um, love the production. I love the it's poppy at times with some songs. It's danceable and soulful at times. Great singing by George Michael. I think he's always been an underrated singer.
Hmm.
My favorite tracks is of course "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go," "Everything She Wants," "Like a Baby," "Freedom," and "Careless Whisper."
Definitely.
And I definitely feel like this is a slept on album, and it has that 80s sound to it, and definitely a great album by them. It's a shame they couldn't do more stuff together, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro.
But I never got what Andrew Ridgely did in the group anyway, because he didn't sing. Like, did he play any instruments?
I believe he played guitar. Hold on,
Mm,
let me double check. I know he co-wrote songs,
right. Yeah, he
but
co-wrote "Careless Whisper" with George Michael, but like the other songs on the album, like George Michael wrote by himself.
yeah, he was mostly a guitar player.
Okay. I never was like I'm like I know it's two members, but what does Andrew do? I never seen him like sing or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
he retired. He retired and shit in the '90s and shit after he tried to make it as a solo artist. But
Oh wow. I think they talked about that briefly in the George Michael documentary.
hmm,
That I saw that came on it was Showtime last year, I think it was.
yeah,
That was a good documentary. That's like one of the best ones I was seen like for an artist. They covered like from the time he got signed to with Wham, and then he went solo, and he had like the beef with the record label, and he tried to get out his contract, and he went to court for it and all that.
yeah, man, that was what really brought his career down and shit like that.
Right. And they talked about like when he was the stuff that he was like he had like a bathroom incident or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And they talked about that and when he was gay and all the way up to his last days and before he died. And I thought that was a great documentary by Showtime. Probably one of the best documentaries on Showtime I've ever seen with the along with the Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant documentaries and Whitney Houston. I thought those were like some great documentaries too on that channel. And I watching that documentary last year, I learned a lot about George Michael that I didn't know or I didn't realize, back in the day until now. So, back in the day we didn't have the internet, so it's like a lot of that stuff we didn't even know about.
right,
But I thought it was a very informative documentary, and if people that like George Michael music, they should check that documentary out.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, yeah, my dude.
Hmm.
All right, so that's Wham, Make It Big. I'll
Yes.
give it 3.5 as well.
Dope.
Yeah, like I felt like I'm not really the biggest pop fan and shit like that, but
Right.
this is definitely a classic album.
See, for me, it's like discussing these. Like I grew up like listening to a lot of like pop radio in the 80s, like on the radio and watching those videos on MTV. So a
Hmm.
lot of these pop, artists and groups and stuff I know because I like listening to like Cyndi Lauper and Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel, Wham, like Mike, of course Michael, Prince, Madonna, like all of that music from the 80s I grew up listening to. And I never hear nobody like discuss some of these artists. So I was like, I want to like be able to discuss one day about like Culture Club, or Duran Duran or Wham, and and put it on online, so people that don't know about the 80s music and a lot of these artists they can go back and check out a lot of these albums,
Right.
you know. So it's just like different, just growing up, listening to different things like the rest of us do. So it's something I like to discuss about.
I respect that.
You know.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I forgot to even say, I'm also gonna do a review on Puff Daddy's Forever album next week too.
Oh yes, I know. I remember you telling me last week.
Yeah, man.
I don't got nothing good to. I would definitely want to be a part of that. I don't got nothing good to say about that album.
Me neither.
And I bought it. That's an album I regret buying, yo. Like I bought that the same day I bought the Beatnuts Musical Massacre album, and I
Yeah,
should have threw that shit away. Like I actually threw it away, but I regret buying that album because that album was trash. It was bad. There's nothing good about that album at all. I don't have nothing good to say about that album.
me neither. I'm just doing it just for amusement and just to review some bad albums now and
It's
shit.
just gonna be like nothing but shit talking about that second Puffy album. Cause yeah, he's known for No Way Out. He had one good album, and it's not because of him. It's because of who was on it. But that second one, he had just as many big name rap stars on that album, and they all managed to make that album even worse. Like how do you have Redman on that album and he sounds like shit? You had Busy Bone, he had Nas, he had Shine. All of these Jay-Z was on that album. He had all of these big name artists, and they all managed to make that album sound like shit.
Because man, it's like he tried to do everything at once and shit.
That was bad, man. The singles that came off of that shit with R. Kelly was bad. The shit with
Let me
Hurricane Glory.
satisfy you.
Yeah, Satisfy You, and he sampled the Loonies 5 on it beat.
Yeah.
That was horrible. The
Oh,
the
oh,
song with Hurricane Gloria, that was bad.
oh, Jesus.
I was like, yo, Puffy needs to stop, man. Like for real, he should have retired years ago.
It's like just stop.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and I regret. If I could go back in a time machine and get my money back for that album, I would gladly do it. I would have bought something else that I don't have from '99 because that album was shit.
Mike said, no doubt, my dude kill producer beat for dude.
I think he's talking about Benny
Yeah.
or Jamal Gasul. I never heard of Jamal Gasul.
Uh, but there was one horrible song. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
And the thing is, like Puffy for that album, he managed to like sample a lot of like classic songs like Earth, Wind and Fire, the Fantasy song. He sampled that for the track with Busy Bone, but that song is garbage, yo. And Busy Bone, it don't even sound good on that song.
He don't.
He sampled what's the other song he had? The song he had with Redman.
Hold on. Fake fake thugs fake thugs dedication. Shining Star and the
Yeah,
MC Light Paper Thin.
I didn't like that shit. Yeah, that shit. He sampled the Paper Thin joint with Redman, and Redman sounded like crap on that song. And and then he had like the joint from that he sampled Cool G Rap with Carl Thomas on the chorus. That song was shit too.
Like, oh, you mean I Hear Voices?
Yeah, I hear voices right.
Oh Jesus, man!
That album was
I
garbage.
need to get drunk before this album. Like, look,
That might be that might be the worst rap album ever in history, where you have a all star lineup of rap artists and still made the album bad.
right? Like, how was that possible?
You got Jay-Z, Mace, Redman, Nas, Shine, Beanie Siegel was on that album. Little Kim, who else is on that? Busy Bone. Like he had like all star artists on there. Kelly Price was on there. Carl Thomas.
I love
Um,
Kelly Price and Carl Thomas.
yeah,
Damn.
Hurricane G.
Yeah.
R. Kelly was on there. He had all star. It's an all star lineup again, like No Way Out. But he tried to do like a second No Way Out.
Right. What else? What else?
Mike said the Beanie verse was tough. Yeah, the Beanie joint was good, but that like even the song was like I think CeeLo was on that same song with them. It was CeeLo with Beanie
Yeah.
and Nas and Sean. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? You
Yeah.
know?
That Why You Want to Hit Me features Mario Winans, R. Kelly,
Right.
Black Rob, G. Deb, Joe Hooker, Carl Thomas, Mark Curie. Wait, Mark Curry as in hang with Mr. Cooper Mark Curry?
Nah, that's the Mark Curry. That's a different Mark Curry. The Mark Curry from Bad Boy for Life.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's
I was
all.
about to say Jennifer
Yeah.
Lopez,
Mhm. I
bass.
don't remember J-Lo on that though.
She did background vocals, and
Oh, that's why I didn't remember because she can't sing. That's why I didn't remember it.
Sherry Dennis, Lil Kim, Lonnie Evans, and William Brown.
Too many people on that song.
I need to hear this album, man. I'm gonna hear
That
this.
album was horrible.
Jesus.
Yo, I talk bad about I talk shit about Vanilla Ice. I would still listen to Vanilla Ice first album than the Forever album from Puffy.
Damn.
Because that was bad. That might be the worst rap album. That's definitely the worst rap album I ever bought. Definitely.
Oh my God.
And I'm not, we don't pull no punches over here. Like I'm telling you, like I actually bought this shit. It was bad, and I had to throw it away. That was a horrible album. Mace's second album was bad, but Puffy's second album was worse than Double Up.
You know what was another bad hip hop album that I'm about to cover?
Mm.
That fucking this might be as come as a surprise though, but I'm going to include the album. What was that one album? I'm going to include. I think I said it's Talib Kweli's "A Beautiful Struggle."
See, and I like that album. Me and Ricardo thought that album was dope.
Yeah, I never liked it like
You
that.
never liked it.
Nah.
I think the problem with Talib, I think like he did like try to go mainstream a couple times and he failed at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think his thing is doing like the like talking about social and political issues in this country. I think that's his strong point. Like when he does shit with Most Def, it's always like a great collab with him and Most. But some of his albums are shaky. I didn't like that prison, was it Prisoners or something?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I hated that album.
Gutter Rainbows.
Yeah, Gutter Rainbows. I didn't like that. That the Eardrums album I never heard. I heard that was dope though.
Yeah, I love Eardrum.
I gotta hear that. The Gravitas or something like that is called.
Didn't like it.
I like some songs off of that. That was like 2014. I think that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the joint he had with Ray. That the song with Ray was dope. With Raekwon, that was a dope song. But that album was slept on. But he's not like when he does commercial shit. It doesn't sound good.
It don't. Like that
Yeah.
fucking song he came out with. What's his name? Gucci Man and shit.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I'm also
You
gonna
know.
talk about damn.
My Lunchbox asks is Mark Curry still rapping? I don't think if he is, he's not on Bad Boy. 'Cause he never came out with a Bad Boy album. They put him on Bad Boy for Life and that blew up, and then he was on the Forever album, but I don't he never dropped a album on Bad Boy though. He got dropped.
Shit.
I don't think he was getting it. He was also on that gangster shit with Kim and who else was on that joint?
Who knows?
That's the joint with Puffy sample or like the part in the Scarface movie where Scarface is in the restaurant with the white with Michelle Pfeiffer character for her name in Manolo,
Yeah.
and he was like, y'all a bunch of fucking idiots. You think I'm the bad guy? That part he sampled that part for the song. That's how the song starts off with that snippet from the movie. And yes, Little Kim, Mark Curry, and Puffy on that shit.
Mm.
But I didn't like that shit. That the beat is hard, but I didn't like the track. But yeah, he never dropped an album on Bad Boy. He was supposed to.
Criss Cross is the bomb album. I want to talk about that.
Oh, that's my joint. I admit I was a big fan of Criss Cross, and not just because they had my name, but like their swagger was their swagger was different back then. With the
Hmm.
backwoods jeans and the starter baseball jerseys and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be real. Like hip hop heads know, like they wasn't writing none of their rhymes. Jermaine Dupri wrote all that shit for them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he gave them their hits. The Jump was a big hit. They still play that at like NBA games and stuff. You
Hmm.
know, Warm It Up, Chris. That was a big hit for them. And Tonight's the Night. They actually have the Tonight's the Night remix with Redman. Have you
Yeah,
ever heard that one?
I heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Redman is on the remix for that. That was on the CD single. The joint All Right with Supercat. That was the first song from the Bomb album. I thought the Bomb album was a dope album, but it got shitted on because at that time the West Coast, West Coast, the gangster rap and when Death Row was uh real big, then everybody from like the other coast were biting the West Coast sound. So Jermaine Dupri like he managed to create like a G Funk like sound for that album for them, and they were like dressing like they were like gangster. They had on like the Dickies khakis and all that, and with the cornrows and shit, and people thought like like they a bunch of wanksters for doing that shit. You know what I mean? But I thought it was a dope album. Like the sonically, it's a dope album. I thought there was some bangers on it, but there wasn't no. They're not rap. They're not MCs. They were just good for what it was, and
Oh yeah.
But definitely that album and Type is So Black Sunday. That was like my two of my favorite albums of that summer in '93.
I respect that.
That's all I was bumping. It was like Cypress Hill and Crisscross and at least for that summer. Like everything else came out, like all other gritty shit came out like in the wintertime or the fall. But for that summer for '93, I was bumping the Bomb album and I was bumping Black Sunday.
So
You know, Mike said Mike said they're garbage. Even as a little kid, I fucking despised them.
shit.
Yeah, they wasn't real MCs. I knew that even back then. They were, Jermaine Dupri saw them in the mall and created a group out of them. So, but I mean, he's talented enough to take two kids off the street and make them a multimillionaires. They were on the show for Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's hard to do. Like to take two strangers off the street and make them, a big rap they really, I mean, technically they put Atlanta on the map before Outkast.
I,
Because nobody else was really coming out of Atlanta before then. It was them and the rest of development, and then people slept on the rest of development.
I
You
love
know,
that.
yeah, I thought they were dope. I think their first album was great. They talked about that in the ATL documentary on it came on VH1 I want to say like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I
And
know
they,
what
they
you're
talked about they talked about Chris Cross like really putting ATL on the map first, and then Arrested Development. But people slept on Arrested Development because of like how they was and how they were dressing and shit. So like when Outkast came out, Outkast really, Dungeon Family, they really put ATL on the map properly the way it should have been.
right.
But I give Chris Cross they props. They did their thing as youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Mac Daddy, Chris
Yeah.
Kelly.
He committed suicide, right?
Nah, it wasn't suicide. Was it suicide?
He
I
gets
thought I thought he died from a heart attack or something.
either or. Let me double check. I
Yeah,
heard he. I know he was like in his 30s or some shit.
yeah. But yeah, but Arrested Development, like you know what's crazy? When
What?
Arrested Development came out, I couldn't stand them all. Like I hated um everything about them. I didn't like the was it Tennessee and Everyday People, and I didn't like it. But when I got older, I went back and I listened to the album, and I'm like, yo, this is a dope album. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't think they like I don't think uh rap was ready for them. Like the same way I look at Arrested Development, that's how I looked at PM Dawn. I don't think groups like PM Dawn and Arrested Development. I don't think rap was really ready for them at that time. I think they were like a little bit ahead of their time. And I think if that came out now, it would be a different story. If
I
that
agree.
came out in 2018 or like a couple years ago, I think definitely now in these times that we living in, I think people would have gravitated to them, more compared to like back then, you know. But
Hmm.
like Dead Prez is a stepped on underrated group, and
Yes.
like the political and social views that they realm about, I think people overlook them for that. You know what I'm saying? But I think groups like them, like definitely now. they would have been more accepted than they was back in 92, 93.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but going back and listening to that first Arrested Development album, I thought it was definitely a dope album, and people shit on them because of how they were coming in the rap game, and I think it's unfair. Like this genre is big for everybody. You had Public Enemy, you had X Clan, you had Poor Righteous Teachers, you had Lin Q when she was ISIS. You had even Third Base spoke on political shit, and they were white rappers doing that, and I definitely feel like people they didn't give Arrested Development, they didn't give PM Dawn a chance, and I feel like now I think it would have been a lot different. I think they would have been more accepted in today's music.
That was a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. Mike ain't trying to hear it, man. He just want to hear the gully shit. He ain't trying to fuck with the rest of the development and all that.
See, like, I always liked the rest of the development though.
Right. See, I
Like,
didn't. I admit I didn't always. I was like Mike. I didn't fuck with them when they first came out. Like because I used to. They overplayed Tennessee when it came out. They overplayed that video. They overplayed that song, and
I
I
can,
got tired of hearing them. I'm like, why the fuck are they like? And they sold millions from that album, and I didn't understand it. I'm like, yo, why people like really bumping this shit? Like, I don't get them. You know what I'm saying? And like years later, like I want to say, like when I was like in my early 20s, I went back and revisited that album, and I'm like, oh, I see why people like them now. You know what I'm saying? Back then I didn't understand it, but now I see why people liked it. You know what I'm saying? They were different, and I think their music reminded people of like Sly and the Family Stone and
yeah,
and, and artists like that. And I wasn't listening to those artists. Like I knew of those artists, Sly and the Family Stone. I knew of those artists back then, but I wasn't listening to that stuff back then. Like back then for me, it was just rap and R&B. It was Onyx, it was the Youngsters, the
right.
Beatnuts, Dre and Dre and Snoop, Ice Cube. That's the shit I was listening to. So like everything else was like I ain't really trying to hear that shit. It was if it wasn't like gritty, street shit, I wasn't really trying to hear it. But my taste expanded when I got older. So it's like I went back and I gave it another listen. I'm like, oh, this was a dope album. And people
Hmm.
started like listen, like watching the ATL documentary and hearing like different artists talk about like how they got treated unfairly because they were coming at the rap game differently and they were from Atlanta, but they wasn't representing how the Atlanteans were being represented. Like Outkast really were the first ones to represent how in the hood how Atlanta was. It wasn't crisscross or Arrested Development, even though those groups had mainstream success with their albums.
Exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? So that's what I got from that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like their first album was slept on. I never heard the second album. I didn't hear nothing after the first album. I remember when the second album came out, but I never listened to it. But the first one is definitely slept on.
Yeah, the second album is good too. It's pretty slept on in my opinion.
Right. But I was just like Mike. I know exactly how Mike feels because I was just like that in 92, 93. I was not trying to hear nothing unless it was gritty street shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
By the way, you heard about Sting suing that Lucid Dreams dude for sampling that song?
No, but when you was it you or Steven that had brought it up? Like they sampled the Sting song?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember over the summer like hearing it on the radio. I'm like, yo, is that like Travis Scott or some shit?
They all look the same. These rappers.
And they sampled and he actually and Sting actually let him like borrow that sample. I was surprised.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yeah, if they sue him, if he ain't rightfully like get permission, sue his ass because what these kids don't know about no Sting. They hear the beat and be like, oh, I'm gonna use this beat, but they don't know where exactly it came from.
Right. At least do your research on the artist and shit
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. So it's like, yeah, sue his ass. I'll go. I hope he wins too. I hope Sting wins.
Yeah, like I'm not really the biggest Sting fan, but his sampling, if you want to sample from, be prepared to pay an arm and leg.
Exactly. And Sting, he not gonna let just anybody sample his shit. So You know, that's how Prince was. Prince was very like, you know, like real strict on people sampling his music and shit. He didn't even let Cameron borrow that sample for the Diamonds and Pearls on track.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because he made like he made a song called Diamonds. I think it was Diamonds it was called,
Hmm.
and it's unreleased because he sampled the Diamonds and Pearls and Prince ain't let him use a sample.
Yeah, but I know Lil Wayne used that sample one
Mhm.
time.
Right.
I know Snoop Dogg kind of said some shit about Prince, talking
Mhm.
about how the fuck he not gonna let me sample and shit.
Right. Mike, Mike said he likes the conscious shit too, but for the most part, he needs niggas getting killed and drug deals in his hip hop. I agree with you, Mike. You know, definitely, especially now with all the bullshit that's on radio and all the trap shit, we definitely need that street shit, that Griselda shit.
Yes, sir.
You know, niggas like Knowledge of the Pirate and Flea Lord. You know, we need that gritty shit still. So definitely agree with you on that.
I agree
Mm.
too.
I think when I got older, like my musical taste was evolving into what it is now. Like I wasn't like back in '93, you couldn't get me to listen to Nirvana or Green Day or none. You know the grunge rock. I couldn't listen to none of that shit back then. Now in 2018 is a totally different story.
Right.
You know, and you know, and as far as like the hip hop, it had to be like gritty street shit for me. I wasn't trying to listen to like Arrested Development and if Dead President came out back then, I wasn't gonna listen to them. You
True.
know, like I didn't want to hear that shit. Like the only like group that I fuck with like that back then that was like revolutionary was Public Enemy because like their noise was their tracks were like chaotic and noisy
Mm-hmm.
and they went against the grain and I always loved that about PE. But everybody else, I was not trying to fuck with all that conscious shit. So I was like, yo, if it ain't street shit, I ain't trying to fuck with it.
And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing at all, though. That's not a bad thing because
Right,
at me, it can be a balance and shit.
right.
Like the way, like you said, Public Enemy had the thing where they went against the grain and shit.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
say the same possibly about Brand Nubian and shit.
You're right, right. Yeah, brand new. Yeah, it's weird because like even with brand new and this the shit that like they were kicking like the social and political and knowledge and self shit, but they didn't do it in a preachy way and like the tracks were banging, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I always like fuck with brand new from day one, you know?
Mm-hmm. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
What up, Swizz? What's good with you? I didn't see Bohemian Rhapsody yet. I gotta check that on Fire Stick.
Oh, speaking of that,
Uh,
you heard about the news that they're making Triple X's life into a TV show,
what?
like based
The,
off his
the, the
life.
dude the dude that got killed this year?
Yeah,
I ain't watching it.
man. I just sent that shit to Steven to see what he feels
On
like.
what channel that's coming on? VH1?
They said they're trying to film a pilot.
Oh God, I ain't watching that
Fuck,
shit.
man.
I don't know, dude. Don't care. I never listen to him. Don't care to know about his story.
Like really though, it's just that five months ago y'all talking shit about this nigga.
hmm
Now y'all call him a hero. Like what the fuck?
I ain't jumping on no we ain't jumping on no bandwagon over here. Like if niggas ain't fucking him from day one, I ain't even gonna fuck with him now that he dead and gone. You
Stupid.
know that's some shit that niggas do. Like when Mac Miller passed, like everybody want to jump on that train now. Oh, let me bump Mac Miller, but y'all wasn't bumping him before then. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
I mentioned Mac Miller like many times before, like that he was one of my favorite artists of like the modern era. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not if I wasn't fucking with your shit before, I ain't gonna fuck with your shit after you close your eyes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I could kill us if they make a show about him.
It's just chaotic right now and shit like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Motherfuckers, man, motherfuckers just look at this nigga like he's a Tupac of today and shit. I'm just like, y'all reaching.
Never,
Y'all are
never.
reaching, my friend.
That this is why we here to inform this generation of who Tupac is or was, and separate the difference between him and this triple X extension guy because he's nowhere near Pac level.
Exactly. Like,
He will never be touching Pac ever in life. Not in this lifetime or the next lifetime.
Exactly. Talking about how he's like an inspiration and shit. Which is cool if you think that, but at the same time,
Mhm.
I'm just like, son, like
I
he
I got a I got a I got a 13-year-old cousin that listens to him, and I myself will put him on to Tupac music and who Tupac was,
right.
so he can see the difference. Like, yo, this was Pac, and this is your boy Triple X.
Shit. I gotta answer my patents. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
Crazy, man, crazy. I just, they like Ricardo has said before, like they like this generation, they want to they're jealous of our generation, and they want to have those legends and greats like how we used to have those.
Mm-hmm.
Like how when we have Rakim and we have Nas and Cool G Rap, and this generation they want their own Cool G Rap, they want their own Nas, and they want their own Big Daddy Kane, but they ain't got nobody that's on their level.
Exactly.
They don't. I love Kendrick and J Cole, but they not Kane or Cool G Rap.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love Eminem, but Mac Miller was not Eminem.
Oh shit. Who
You know,
says
you know what I'm
that?
saying? Like it's sad to say, Mac Miller was a dope artist, but he ain't Eminem. You know, and that's what it is. They want their own legends too, but the quality of the rap and the MCs is not like how it used to be. Especially now when you got all these ghostwriters and shit. We didn't have that back then.
Exactly.
It was far and few between, and now it's like almost like a normal thing now to say that, oh well, I got a ghostwriter, and people are cool with that. Back then it was taboo. That was a no-no. Like if Nas ever got caught saying that he had a ghostwriter, or Biggie, or Roxanne Shante or somebody like that, like they would have been kicked out of hip hop forever. Now you got a nigga like Drake saying that people know he got a ghostwriter, and people cool with that.
Right.
And then he wants to battle. You want to battle Pusha T. Pusha T's a lyricist. You want to battle Pusha T, but you got a ghostwriter. So how is that battle gonna go down for you?
But you don't want to step at Joe Budden though. That's the thing.
Exactly. Joe
Yeah.
Budden is a lyricist. He don't have no ghostwriter. You want to battle all these people, but you got a ghostwriter. So every time you're gonna battle a lyricist, you're gonna always be defeated by them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Preach.
saying? You know, and you can't get mad at from Master Flex for looking at Drake like, yo, like he's the new MC Hammer, because MC Hammer was a big pop mainstream artist, doing rap. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't. He wasn't a lyricist. He probably had ghostwriters. That's how I look at Drake. I like Drake's earlier shit. I like So Far Gone. I like Nothing Was the Same. I don't care for his shit now. I don't listen to his shit no more. And the fact that he has a ghostwriter, I can't fuck with him like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's good for, like, if you have like a cookout or a party, or like you get together with some friends, you throw on his music. But me bumping his shit every day, I will not do that. I don't own none of his albums, man. Like I don't have no Drake albums, none of that shit. I had a bootleg of the first album. What was it? Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Thank
had
you.
a bootleg of that shit. I didn't even have the retail version for that shit. You
Shit.
know, it's like they wanted. I understand that they might feel some type of way about our golden era, and they want their own legends, but the look at our era and look at their era now. They don't have the same. It's not the same. They don't have the same lists that we have.
Right.
So it's like you might never get another Rakim, or never another Kane, or another G Rap or KRS One. So they got to make do with who they got, and cherish them. You know what I'm saying? It's a different era.
Cause like the game niggas don't want to progress and shit when it comes to hip hop. They
Right,
just want shit to be the same.
right,
When niggas do progress, y'all make fun of them and shit.
right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it got to be. It's like, your era ain't fucking with our era. You know what I'm saying? You know. It's sad to say. It's like and they don't want to hear that, because it's like, oh, the minute you talk down about their artists, it's like, oh,
Oh,
well,
you
you
a
sound
hater.
old, you an old head, you sound old, you know, you this and that. But we stating facts, man. I could care less what a 14-year-old think, you know.
Like niggas love to use that word hater. Like, oh, you're a hater.
Yeah. Nah, it's not hate. It's like it's one person's opinion. It doesn't mean that they hating on you. That's just their opinion.
Exactly.
They got separate opinions from that word hate. People use that word hate too much.
They use like a fucking porno and shit.
Yeah. If I say I don't like trap music and I don't fuck with Little Yachty and shit, it don't mean I'm hating on it. It's just like that's not my type of music. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't think it's real. It's real rap. I want to hear the real shit I grew up on. You know,
Oh yes.
I will hear a shitty album from KRS One before I bump a Little Yachty album. That's just me.
I'd rather hear a Fabulous album than your little Yachty album. That's me.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah.
did you hear that song I sent you by any chance?
Yes, I did. Dope song, man. Dope song.
You feel like it's better mixed and vocals good?
Yeah. Yeah. I think like the mixing will come. Like the more songs you do, the mixing will get better.
Mm-hmm.
And the mastering, yeah. Dope song though, man.
Appreciate it,
If you
bro.
could
I'm
keep
gonna try to
doing
release
your
that
thing,
Black
man, you
Friday.
saying is like you doing big things, Reg. You like the hardest working man on YouTube right now.
Shit, I just tried,
Every,
man.
every, every time I look on YouTube, I always see like a notification for like, oh, upcoming episode with Reg. I'm like, what the fuck? Reg doing like 10 different episodes all in one day and shit.
For real. I just try to keep my name out there. That's the thing I had to
I
do.
I feel you, man. That's what's up. Like let this generation know about the classics, man.
For real.
I just seen you uploaded a video for Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, that was like a low key video I did last week with Kuji.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah,
Dope.
man. I might do tomorrow morning. Let me see how my schedule is and shit.
Okay. Dope, man. Just keep doing your thing, man. I'm inspired by you and Mike and and Mobilarity, and y'all got like the best channels on YouTube to me, in my opinion.
Appreciate it, bro.
Maybe I'm being biased because I'm cool with y'all and shit, but I don't see nobody else fucking with us like that. So
Yeah, for real though. That's the thing though, because whenever it comes to hip hop reviews, people always want to hear the same album being reviewed. The
right,
Ready to Die, the
right,
36 Chambers.
right,
Love those albums, but where's the love for, like I said, mentioned this before, where's the love for albums like this album?
right.
Or even like, oh shit. Fuck. Or even like this album and shit.
Yeah, man.
Like hip hop is not always about Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay, Wu-Tang. It's a movement and shit. I just want to make
Right.
people get that message. That's the message I want to get.
Exactly. And I see like a ton of like there's other reviews I've seen like Dope Decibel and Luke James, but they all cover the same type of shit. Like every new album that's out now, they got a review for that album. Dead End Hip Hop, them faggot ass niggas, they do the same shit.
You don't like that end?
Nah, man. I had beef with what's the name? The nigga with the dreads. Me and him had like some words before.
Oh shit.
I didn't care for him because I told him like yo, like the only dude on that panel that I fuck with is the bald head guy.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I forgot his name. The fat bald head guy.
I
Cause
like
he's really like the old school cat on that show. Everybody else, FIFO and them other clowns, they talk about the same shit.
I
You know
like
what I'm saying?
him and the
It's
girl.
like niggas will sit up there and give a album like Marshall Mathers LP Part Two a great like a 5-star rating, but they shit on Joey Badass. I don't get that.
Yeah. And the thing I don't like about dead end hip hop to me
Mm.
is like I feel like sometimes they can become biased sometimes.
Yeah.
When it comes, I know they have a female, her name is like Sophie or some
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah, she's barely on it though.
Exactly. And I feel like sometimes I be watching the videos, they just be ignoring her opinion sometimes and some shit.
Mm.
And I just be like, yo, it's like a movement, but sometimes it's like I know it's opinionated, but sometimes like I just feel like
Yeah,
it's confused.
C Town, that nigga, the nigga with that gay ass nigga with the nose ring and shit. Yeah, me and him had some words on it because like he gave like a review on I think it was Marshall Mathers LP2 or something.
Right.
And I didn't like. I just felt like I called him out. I was like, "Yo, y'all the shit. Y'all don't represent real hip hop. Like you really a bunch of posers that's more into like trap shit.
Right.
and they didn't like it. I didn't give a fuck. And I was following them, and I told them like, yo, you lost a fan. I unsubscribed from their channel. I don't fuck with their shit.
Now I don't blame you and shit.
You know, and it's not like everybody wasn't defending his ass out. It was only the other bald headed dude, the skinny looking cat, that he came to his defense. The FIFO didn't say shit, and the other guy didn't say shit at all. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, people ain't even defending your ass, yo.
That's funny as hell.
You know, so I can't fuck with they shit at all. It's like all these other reviewers, they all covering the same shit. Nobody wants to talk about anything else but the same shit, and that's not what we about over here.
Exactly.
You know, y'all don't want to talk about Wham, I'm gonna talk about Wham. Y'all don't want to talk about Duran, we gonna do that shit. You know, we'll talk about Mariah Carey discography. Fuck everybody else. So.
To go off topic, I have
Yeah.
two things. Um, we can do the. I don't know if y'all free, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
free this upcoming Sunday afternoon, possibly. No, I scratch that.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday night, actually, to do the Marley Marl reviews. If
Yeah,
y'all free.
I gotta hear those. 'Cause I haven't heard those, and they out of print. Like I can't find them online.
Didn't you get the link I sent you with Volume 2?
Oh yeah, yeah. But no, I mean, but for volume one, I haven't heard that one though.
Okay, cool, cool. I got you. I got you on the
Yeah,
link too.
yeah. I gotta hear those, man. Definitely. I met Marley Moore like in '03, so he was a
Oh,
good person.
shit.
Good. And when I went to the New Edition tour, he was the DJ for that too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because like when they had like the intermission, he was like playing like all the old school shit from like Rakim and Koji Rap and shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he did his thing. He did his thing, man. But people sleep on Marley as a DJ too, man. He's dope.
I love Marley Marl's production,
Oh
especially
yeah,
when he was producing for Master Ace, the
yeah,
youngster.
yeah, man. All that
Even
classics like him and K Def when they did like the Lords of the Underground albums and
yeah.
the Youngsters No Mercy,
Hmm.
you know the Real Live album, like that's some of their best shit together, man.
Even like the Reentry album in 2001, that was dope
Mhm.
as fuck.
Yeah, Mike said Volume 2 is trash.
Yo, Mike, you want to join us Sunday to express your grievances on that album?
Bird, your
Because I
sis
feel like
Swiss said
Volume
that
2 is trash too.
Swiss said that the Dead End Hip Hop is very generic. They don't go into detail. Yeah, I agree. They don't. They only tell you like they might say like, oh well, I wasn't fucking with this album, but they never say why they wasn't fucking with it. They just like, oh, I don't like it. It doesn't bump in the whip. That's not enough for me.
Yeah,
You know?
they would say that shit.
Yeah, like if you as a viewer, you want to know why you don't fuck with it. Is the production bad, the songs, the raps, all that shit. They don't get into detail with none of that stuff. You know?
Yeah, that's
So
why I
I just
kind
like
of go ahead.
I just like I can't fuck with them, man. Like they're not for me.
Yeah, I don't
And,
like
and,
them.
and a lot of them, it's like when you give your own opinion on shit, they get real snobbish with you. Like I remember when I used I was following this cat on YouTube called Beyond the Art TV.
Ooh, I heard of him.
Yeah, John. He does like he mainly does the alternative like pop stuff like Katy Perry and Weezer and shit like that. And
Yeah,
I gave him a comment about something. He got like real snobbish with me and shit. Like he threatened to like block me off his channel. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like you ain't no great reviewer. We could do that. We could talk about Katy Perry better than your fucking ass.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I'm like, and he got two channels, and then he got like his girlfriend, Hannah.
Oh,
She
jeez.
has her own channel, and she talks about like alternative rock stuff too. But she got like mainly shit on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and he always talking about his girl. I'm like, nigga, we know that she's your girlfriend. I'm surprised you can even have a beautiful woman like that. You know,
Mm.
stalky looking ass. Some of these reviews is like they get real snobbish with you, and it's like they forget they like, yo, you on YouTube, man. Like you're not this is not Hollywood, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know? Crazy, man. But yeah, so like I don't try to like watch too many reviews, man. Cause I'm like they all full of shit. Like they're not doing what we doing.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Like the
I
needle
don't. I
drop.
don't. I don't need to watch like 10 different reviews of Ready to Die. Like y'all talking about the same album and somehow everybody sound different. I'm like, how does everybody sound like they should like that's a classic album? Like why do you have a bad opinion about Ready to Die?
Talking about how the beats are not good. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Like I'm like, what? Like, what are y'all smoking, though?
I'm talking about
You know what I'm saying? So I can't watch reviews like that. Like fucking that other cat Needle Drop. I can't fuck with him out.
Oh my god.
Can't fuck with his shit.
Bro,
You know?
don't get me started on needle drops.
You
He
don't
is
know what hip hop is. This nigga
overrated.
will have like top 50 hip hop albums of the year, and it'll be like all alternative shit. I'm like, what the
For real.
fuck? What the fuck, bro? Like, what are you talking about, son? Like, half of these motherfuckers I never even heard of, yo. He ain't talking about no real shit on his like when he don't do Griselda shit, so I would never like watch his channel.
I don't even think he reviewed J. Cole's new album.
Yeah, he don't do shit. He more into like the real obscure nerd shit. He not into like real street shit.
Exactly.
He's like that nigga Legends, another fag, another poser. You don't talk about real shit out, or if you do, it's only for like 2 minutes.
Well, in his reviews, one thing I don't like about Needle Drop is like he will get right to the point why he doesn't like the album sometimes, but he won't explain why.
Right.
Like, bitch, why? What the fuck?
Exactly. He'll be quick to review Kanye, but he won't
Yeah.
review. I'm like, yo, Kanye West album not even the best album of the year. You quick to do a review on Kanye, but you won't do no real shit though.
Like he said he likes Yeezus. I'm like, bitch, what? But you don't like
I
any
thought
of these
Jesus
other
was dope,
albums.
but I ain't like he was quick to do a review on that. I'm like, what the fuck, son? Like it's like Black Eyed Peas and all that. I'm like, yeah, they cool and all, but he don't do no real street shit. It's all like Black Eyed Peas and Kanye West film. That's like real shit to him.
Fucking dick riding, nigga.
You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, son. Like I can't fuck with Needle Drop. And people look at him like he's God and shit. I'm like, why?
Right. Like, nigga, what? Like, and the nigga looks like Steve from Blue's Clues and shit. Why the fuck would I trust you to? Why the fuck would I trust you and shit when it comes?
Yeah,
What the fuck out of here?
can't fuck with him, man. Fuck him. You know.
Mm.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna hit up Mike right quick.
Yeah.
Let me see if he hit me up about. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Mike see if he's available Sunday and shit.
Swiss said he reviewed coffee bar albums.
Right, right. This
Oh
nigga looks like he
shit.
works at Barnes and Nobles and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how did I get into your top 50? Like,
Mm.
you know, I guarantee you when he do like the year end, when he do like this top 50 albums for 2018, he ain't gonna have no Griselda in there, none of that shit.
Nah, son.
You know, he gonna have like that fucking Nasir album in there and shit.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that don't belong in there, no top 50. You know,
I know he's gonna have fucking what's that album? Black Eyed Peas albums
yeah,
and shit.
he gonna have them in there. He gonna have
I ain't
Kanye shit in there.
I ain't listen to that shit. I don't even know if I want to
It
listen.
was Black Eyed. It was dope. I mean, Fergie not on it because she not with the group. Like it has like a native tongue sound to it because like they have Fife on there. They got Ali Sheikh Muhammad. They got Del also Paz the News from Del Sol is on there.
Oh shit, I gotta
You
check it
know,
out.
they got some banging tracks, but they still got some poppy songs on there too. So it's like they trying to do like both, like do the pop and still be, you know, still do the rap stuff. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
cool.
Without Fergie, it's like yo, like people just gonna sleep on them again. So
That's cool if they want to do the both
right,
pop and go back
right,
to their
right,
roots. That's how
right.
artists should be doing that shit today.
Right. But I think one of the main reasons why they added Fergie to begin was because that they was getting slept on, and once Fergie came into the fold, they became big mega stars, and now that she's gone, it's like oh back to reality. You know what I'm saying? Back to we're a trio again. Back to reality. We ain't got Fergie no more.
Yeah.
You know, but I thought it was dope. I know Ricardo likes it. He bought it. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you that's gonna be on Needle Drop's list. That's not gonna be on my list though.
You know, well, I know you heard Anderson .Paak's new album. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, Oxnard, that's dope.
Yeah, I like that. It's not as good as Malibu or the other one, Yes Lord,
Right,
but I
right.
like that shit.
You don't think it's as good?
I feel like it's gonna grow on me by next year.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at.
I think it's gonna be album like as far as like non-rap albums. I think that's gonna be album of the year.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I definitely can see the Grammys nominating him a lot for that album.
Man, fuck the Grammys, man. Fuck them.
No, but I mean like you know how the Grammys like there's always that one album that the Grammys gravitate to, that one artist. I
Yeah.
definitely think that I think it'll be him next year.
Like, how the fuck they didn't even give 444 fucking at least one fucking Grammy and shit.
Right. Because
Period. One fucking Grammy.
Jay got a ton of Grammys in his house anyway.
I know, but still, I know, but
Mhm.
it's biased. You know why they
Right,
didn't do that, right?
right. I don't think well, I didn't really believe he had a chance to win it like up against Kendrick. I thought Kendrick was gonna sweep anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I could definitely see Oxnard getting a lot of major nominations. I think it's a great album. I think it's gonna be just as good as Malibu. Like having Dre on a production, you know, and he got a lot of bangers on there, man. Like he took his time with it. He didn't rush it. He wasn't rushed to come out again like at a certain time. He took his time with the album, and I think it's gonna be one of the best of 2018.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Another album I liked that was
yeah.
not like really hip hop was shit.
Mhm.
Damn, I keep forgetting this album's name, but I got come back to me on that. I got pulled up.
Swiss said that I agree with what Swiss said that Snoop Dogg needs to be on more beats like Anywhere, definitely. That
Oh
Anywhere
yeah,
sounds like a chronic throwback.
it does. I think
Definitely,
Dave
I
Dave
agree with
produced that
that.
one. I think.
If that's the type of Dre sound that I miss, because Dre not like with the other songs, he not giving you that. But that sound like he might have saved that beat from like an old detox session or something, and then put it on Oxnard.
Yeah,
But that's the type of Dre sound that I miss.
yeah. I feel like he did his thing with production on this one,
Yeah.
like a
Him and
comeback.
Mailman. You know what I'm saying? Like he did his thing. Like it's been a minute since we heard like anything that Dre produced.
It's been a minute since we heard Mailman.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I thought Mailman was gone. I'm like, oh shit, he's back. You know what I'm saying? And like Dre, he still hasn't done that for Kendrick. I'm like, I want to see that for Kendrick's next album.
To be honest, low key, as much as
Mhm.
I love Kendrick and Drake together, I feel like Kendrick's best producer is Soundwave.
Yeah, I like the stuff that K Tronada did for him also.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the shit they did on To Pimp a Butterfly. I thought that was great.
that album is a masterpiece. I don't care what
Yeah,
nobody says.
I know a lot of people don't like that album. You know, I think that was like I want to say like the male version of the Lauryn Hill album.
You consider it.
You know, like it was real like R&B ish and real soulful and yeah, man, that was a dope album, man. And the stuff he was talking about on there was great, man. So you know, the Black of the Berry, that song was definitely loved. I loved that he did that song. It was a must.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a song that this country needed to hear.
Oh yeah.
You know, definitely great. You know,
Tony Braxton's that Cigarettes album, that was a
yeah.
dope album.
Yeah, it was like what, like 8 songs, 9 songs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a nice little album from her. I checked it out when it came out earlier this year.
true. Mike said,
She's going on tour for that actually. You know, in I think December or January. I'm supposed to see her in February because she coming to Brooklyn in February.
mhm. Mike said he's down for Sunday with the In Control volumes.
Yo,
I'm gonna ask Steven tomorrow because he's probably sleeping right now.
word. Yeah, man.
And you know what's crazy about the music industry when it comes to like certain albums and shit?
Right.
It's like when it comes to like an artist that, let's say an artist comes out with a second album, they try to overcrowd it with guest appearances and shit like that, you know?
Right.
I don't know what was it was, but I did not like the Internet's album.
Hmm. Oh, the last one that came out.
Yeah, I did not
Yeah,
like that album.
I haven't heard that. I gotta hear that one. I heard the other stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out. That's a slept on group too. Like the whole Out of Future clique.
Yes.
Definitely a great group. You know, even like the solo album from the chick on from that group, like that was slept on too.
I love that album. Sid.
Yeah, it said album.
Yeah, Finn. I need to get Finn though. I need to get that one.
Yeah, and yeah, man, that shit was slept on. There, slept on group. I know. I saw a post yesterday about like Earl Sweatshirt is dropping a new album next week.
Yes, sir.
I gotta check that. I think he's a slept on lyricist too.
Yeah, my favorite members are Earl and
Mhm.
Tyler and shit.
Yeah. Mike says he wants to review Chaos and Oxnard before the year is over. Well, yeah, you know what's crazy? I wrote the notes for Chaos when it came out like weeks ago, so still got those.
Which album?
The mugs and Rock Marcy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had wrote the notes for that when the album came out like weeks ago, so I still got it.
Oh wow, that's what's it.
I thought we was gonna review it anyway, so that's why I had wrote it.
Mm, interesting.
Yeah, man.
Anyway,
Mhm. Lunchbox says Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly is his best Kendrick album.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, so me too. I thought Damn is good, but Damn was too commercial, and I don't see Damn being a classic album. I mean, because when it came out last year, everybody kept saying it was classic. I don't think it's gonna end up being a classic album. I thought it was very commercial. I like the concept of like being able to like play it front or back, but I don't think it's gonna be like one of those classic albums like Illmatic and shit.
Yeah, I feel like Damn is gonna be one of those albums where it's not a classic, but it's gonna be a damn good album. No pun
Yeah,
intended.
basically what it is. Yeah, you know. I just don't like I feel like Kendrick's getting too commercial now. Like you're doing shit with Rihanna and U2 and like who's next?
But he's always had that commercial edge, even when he started that fucking problem song he did with ASAP. I
Right.
mean,
But I mean I feel like he was more like more I don't want to say hood, but I feel like he was more embedded into like Compton and shit. Like I don't feel like he was really chasing that success until he blew up. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like him in the weekend. It's like both of them. I feel like they're getting more commercial and commercial with every project.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I don't want to hear Kendrick like do shit with like Taylor Swift and like he's already done shit with Taylor Swift. I don't want to hear Taylor Swift on his album though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like because like that overexposure could hurt his career.
It can.
You know what I mean? So I'm like I don't want to hear shit like that. I'd rather him just. I want to hear him do shit with Dre. I want to hear him do shit with Primo. Like I know Primo had worked on Damn, but the songs they making on the album. But I want to hear him do shit with those people, like collaborate with them. You know, but not too much poppy shit though.
Mhm.
You know.
But yeah, bro. I'm actually about to get ready to get some sleep soon and shit.
Yeah. All
It was
right. Cool.
nice doing this review.
No doubt. It had to be done. I wanted to just. I got like a few ideas in my head of different albums I want to talk about from the '80s too. So, but this was one of them. Definitely think it's Wham is well the album was slept on.
True.
Yeah. Thank you for everybody showing up, Mike and Swizz and Lunchbox, Christian. Thanks for the support. Keep supporting us. Speak your
Okay.
cloud and my channel, Reg's channel, Ross Hartley, and Mobilarity One. We do this for you all. So, till the next time we got what we gonna do. I don't know what we doing. What we doing on the weekend, Mike?
Well, I know I'm gonna be home in Raleigh, so
Right.
I'm gonna come back to Durham Saturday, and I was thinking about
Mm.
possibly doing a Stop Public Enemy next Sunday.
Oh, the whole. You doing the whole
Before
discography or just like certain albums?
I'm gonna review Up to Music and Our Message.
Okay, I
Up
know
to
that one too. Okay,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
thinking
that
about
was '94.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
thinking about doing that before we do Marley Ma, but
Cool. I'm
yeah.
down for that. I know those albums. So
And do you want to do the Mariah Carey breakdown sometime next Friday?
yeah, I'm down for
Okay.
that too.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
we,
gonna
we,
let you know.
we're gonna do Mariah Carey's discography on the Regis channel.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you more about that throughout the week and shit. But it was nice talking to you, my dude.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Always.
All right. In case we don't talk, have a happy Thanksgiving and shit.
You
But I'm
too,
most
man. You
likely
and
be
your
on
family.
YouTube.
Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. You and your family.
All right.
Yeah,
Peace.
man. Later, man.